My name's Chris, I'm the editor of Outdoor Fitness and Adventure magazine in print and online, and I'm here at ISPO 2020. I'm on the Mammut stand with Neil, the country manager. He's going to talk a little bit about the product range. Good to meet you.
Nice
firstly.
to meet you, yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what you're doing and about your key products. And
Okay.
We'd love to know more about it, basically.
Right, well, this is the stand for Mammut, which is a Swiss company, founded in 1862. Originally we started making ropes, and then metalwear for climbing and mountaineering, and then through the years we've acquired or developed new parts of the range. So now we have footwear, we have backpacks, sleeping bags, clothing, and obviously still the ropes and the mountaineering kit. The show here is winter 2020, so it's the products that are going to be available in September next year.
Yep.
Oh, wrong, September this year. It's confusing sometimes because we're always thinking of seasons ahead. But September this year. And on the stand today we've got mostly the mountaineering and skiing products, which are the core parts of the range which we particularly showcase at Winter 20.
Yep.
So here you can see, for example, 3 outfits. The nearest one, which is called La Liste, and that's a jacket, a trouser and a glove, which has been developed in collaboration with a guy called Jeremy Heitz, who's a French free skier.
Yes.
Who made a film last year called La Liste. And basically he went in the Alps, identified 10 mountains which were extremely steep, more than 50 degrees, and then ski toured up them, or mountaineered up them, and then put his skis on and went down them. And it's an amazing film. So this time what he's done over the last 3 winters is do more of that sort of skiing at 6,000 metre peaks, which is quite mad in a way, but it's so inspiring. And there'll be a new film coming out in autumn this year, which will feature Jeremy Heitz and a girl called Nadine Molnar, who's over there. And what they've done is, as I say, that new type of free skiing with a beautiful film, and then this is the kit that he's been using and she's been using in the film, so that's going to be something to look out for. Behind it is the what we call the Halo suit.
Yep.
So that's a proof of concept, new type of mountaineering suit. It's effectively a onesie in soft shell material, so it breathes really well. You can see around the cuffs on the sleeves and the legs it's some stretch material, so you don't need to faff around with Velcro, and saves weight, saves bulk. The white part on the top is the Gore-Tex, and that gives you the protection, but obviously if you're mountaineering you're sweating and keeping yourself warm in that way. And that's won a gold award for us this time at the show, which is exciting.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much. And then beyond that we can see the mannequins carrying all of the Eiger range, which is our top mountaineering collection. So there we're using the new 3 versions of Gore Pro, which has just been launched this winter. I think we're the only brand who's got all 3 versions. So there's a new rugged version, a new stretch version, and a new more breathable version. Great fabrics, hard wearing, and do the job in the mountain environments. And then obviously the outfits are layered, so you've got the insulation on the soft shell and the base layers on there as well. And the nice thing about Mammut is we do the footwear and the backpacks and the harnesses and the ropes, and indeed all the metalwear as well, to go all together. So if we design it as a let's say an ensemble or an outfit, then we know it all works better together. So there's a pack over there which is a new 15-litre pack. It sits very high on the shoulders. It's got a really nice stretchy harness system, so if you're moving quickly in the mountains it's got a bit of give, so it doesn't feel too restrictive. That's won an award for us this year. And then there's a new boot which you can see on the mannequin there, which is the Taze Pro.
Obviously, a lot of our, I don't necessarily know this, but our readers, they're very open-minded to try new activities, and some of them might not have done any mountain climbing before, but it is something that's becoming more and more popular. Obviously, people doing charity treks and that sort of thing. In terms of kit, for somebody who doesn't know anything about the right type of kit, what would you advise them if they're getting themselves kitted out from scratch? What do they need to be thinking about?
I think if it's for hiking and backpacking, a good pair of boots or lightweight footwear, depends on what they're going to be doing, but the right footwear is really important. And then once you've got the right footwear, something that's good and stable to carry loads comfortably would be good. And then clothing, again, it's going to depend on what the temperature is going to be, where you're going. But good wicking products are good to keep the sweat away from the body, so that keeps you drier. And then obviously if it's going to be a risk of wet or wind or cold, then you need some insulation or gloves and scarves, and potentially scarves. And hats. That's always good. But if somebody's interested in trying something new, we actually have a mountain school in the UK, and so you can go there. You can try out navigation. You can try camping. anything from basic climbing to winter skills in Scotland, and go on courses there, and that's really a good little facility.
So is that based in Scotland? Or
It's based in the Lakes, but they put on courses all through the UK.
Okay.
And that's at mammutmountainschool.co.uk.
Okay, so
so you can find out more there.
specifically then for people that like to kind of dip a toe in, try something, but they're not really sure what they're meant to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's really good courses from anybody who just wants to try climbing perhaps, or scrambling, or learn a bit more about navigation in the Lake District of Scotland, camping and wild camping and all of those sorts of things, up to Scottish winter mountaineering conditions, which can be pretty challenging. But they're there to take you on effectively a journey through all of those different activities to the degree that you want to try them.
That's a really good idea, because obviously hiking and mountain climbing, as I say, we're finding it's becoming more popular certainly with our audience, but you need to know a little bit about what you're doing before you set out.
Safe.
And navigation, is that something you look at, or do you just educate people on the need to be a bit aware of navigating?
On that skills, on the mountain school, they can teach you basic navigation in the wilds of Scotland, or wherever you may want to go. We do a lot of work with abbey safety as well, so snow safety and staying safe in the backcountry. So we have people who can take you on guided courses for that sort of thing as well, because we make avalanche transceivers and probes and sugars. But obviously it's not really good enough just to have the kit. You need to know how to use it if anything ever goes wrong. So it sounds a bit intimidating, but actually with a bit of basic knowledge and a bit of practice, it can be very safe, and you can enjoy more adventurous terrain, which is the important thing.
And boots. I was just finally going to ask you about boots. Could you maybe show us what would be your best pair of boots?
This is the Taze Pro High Gore-Tex, so the high being the height of the boot, Gore-Tex because it has Gore-Tex in it. But basically that's one of our winter mountaineering boots. It's only 630 grams, but it goes down to minus 30 degrees temperature rating. It's insulated inside, it's got an insulated footbed. You can see the two dials on the boots as well. That controls a wire closure system called BOA. So that gives a lot of adjustability, which is really important. And then we're using things like Keprotec and Shola, and a really, really lightweight composite Vibram outsole to save weight. So it's about half the weight of a normal B2 minus 30 degrees type product. And that's, again, one of the ones that we won a gold award for. So it's good, innovative product through clothing, backpacks and footwear.
And
that cascades down into the rest of the range as well, with that kind of innovative thinking.
And that will be available autumn?
That'll be autumn this year.
Okay, what do they typically retail at?
That one's £400, which in some ways is a bit intimidating, but for the technology and the weight saving that you get, it's actually pretty good value for money. And as I say, we've got hiking product down at 150 upwards. So it's a good diverse range, and the technologies cascade from this kind of innovative product down into the core range as well. So it works quite well.
So saving weight is something you should think about if you're going to trek up a mountain. Don't just buy boots, think about the actual weight of the boots. You mentioned 630 grams. What are they? Is there a typical weight for mountain boots?
For winter mountaineering, the key thing is the stiffness and then the warmth if you're going into cold conditions. So that's typically about half the weight of a normal pair of boots that do that sort of work. Then if you're looking at, let's say, the lakes or some sort of UK national park, for example, it depends. You've got the people who like leather boots, which are obviously quite hard wearing but tend to be a little bit heavier, and then you've got people who like synthetic materials that perhaps come from more of the running type product, but with a stiffer outsole and more ankle support. So it depends what people prefer. Leather's great because you can keep it, nice and smart and reproof it, and the synthetics are great because they save weight and just have a different kind of look as well.
I imagine it's not something you want to skimp on. I mean, boots are the most important thing, but should you allow time to break them in if you're going on a big trip, for example? Yeah,
it's sensible if you're going to go away and be away from home for a good while. You don't want to all of a sudden realise you're going to get blisters. We use a lot of memory foam in our products, so that means that there's a lot of adjustment already within the product to the fit of the wearer. And we build everything on a UK last, which means it's a bit wider at the forefoot, narrower at the heel, so that suits a lot of the Brits as well, straight from the box. But it's best to to give things a bit of a try before you go in.
Okay, well, thank you very much for
No, you're
talking
really
to
welcome.
me.
Nice to meet you.